GOODE Ski Technologies, the leader in composites, present the GOODE Composite Ski Pole. And here's the president and founder of GOODE Technologies, Dave Good.
I'm here in beautiful Vail, Colorado, and I want to take a moment to tell you about our ski poles, the GOODE Composite poles. One feature in a ski pole that's very important is something that's called swing weight. And swing weight is determined by the weight of the pole, the mass of the pole, and typically you can pick up the pole and swing it like this. You got to remember, we are measuring basically a static swing weight, the weight of the pole only. But there's another factor that influences the weight of a ski pole, and that is wind resistance, aerodynamics. To understand the aerodynamics, a really easy test is to get in a car. We're right now going about 75 miles an hour on I-70 on our way from Vail to Aspen. I'm going to take a standard aluminum pole and put it outside the window. The square footage, there's about 1 square foot of frontal area, and the pole has, see I'm having trouble holding it, has 8 pounds of wind drag on it. We documented this in wind tunnel tests. And let me show the difference of our pole being thinner, 1/2 the square footage frontal area, and the pole is effortless to hold compared to an aluminum pole, which is a much fatter diameter. Tensile is when something will break. Yield is when something will bend and not break. So I'm going to put some pressure onto this pole, and you can see that it has taken a set. All right? That's aluminum. Take our composite pole and bend it. You'll see that it will always return to its center. The tensile and yield, 6 times the strength of aluminum. Okay. Another feature to the GOODE Composite ski poles is a precision height adjustable. Ski poles that are equipped with the PHA option. Simply there's an Allen set screw down here which can be loosened, and the pole can be twisted 32 turns per inch to be shortened or lengthened. The poles coming from the factory can go up 1/2 inch or down 2.5. That's a total of 3 inches of movement. Very important now, skiers skiing with lifters or different boot heights, sometimes different ski heights and so forth. Precision height adjustment. You can lower it 3 inches or raise it 3 inches. It's a very convenient feature for the skiers.
Marco Tonazzi, or Marco, like they call me in America. 10 years on the World Cup team with the Italian ski team. Turned professional in '89 and skied professional for 7 years. Well, it might sound funny now, but my second year as a pro, I broke 11 aluminum poles, only in racing. And I lost some of those races. Some I still won, but it made me think. It was too many. Going through the gates with professional racing and hitting gates along the course, the poles just broke in pieces. And when I had the opportunity of skiing with GOODE, with the carbon poles, I didn't break any for the remaining 7 years of my career. And I'm sure I won some races I would have lost otherwise. As far as pushing at the start and rocking on the tail of the ski like we do in pro skiing, I never had a problem. I was always as good as I could be. I was not the best starter. But Knaus, world champion for so many years, he was the best starter on tour, and he was on GOODE poles. I always remember a race I was skiing against Thomas Chisholm, bronze medalist at the previous championships, turned professional in slalom in Mount Snow, Vermont. And he lost his grip, I lost my grip, and we were on the screen at the same time. It took about 3 gates for him to catch it, grab the pole, and go again. I had it right there because with the interlock, the pole stays right in the and no matter what you do, you always have it there. We were both on the screen, and I won the race by 1/100th of a second. I cannot think that I would have won without that little thing. Maybe you don't win by 2 seconds, but when you need to win by 1/100, this made the difference that time for me.
I'm Amy Wheeler. I've been skiing professionally, modeling for the past 12 years, and I've been with Good for the past 6. The Good Ski Poles actually have lasted a very long time. I still have the same pair that when I started 6 years ago because they never break, they're very flexible, so they never snap, and in cold weather, they never crack or bend. I've taken extreme falls too in my endeavors, and they've always been perfect.
My name's Scott Kauf, former U.S. ski team member, freestyle team member, 4 years on World Cup, and then on the Pro Mogul Tour, a 5-time Pro Mogul Tour champion, and my latest thing is the U.S. Open Skier Cross champion. It was, the difference is night and day. I mean, like once you grab onto a pair of these things, it's like you never want to let go because the weight of the pole, the swing weight of them, the lack of wind resistance, it's just like, it makes everything else just feel, you don't even want to touch them. And then if there is a time that you're carrying somebody else's poles or you happen to have another pole and it's just like, you're dragging these anchors behind you, and there's nothing that compares to them. Your turn is only as quick as your pole plant because everything is led by the pole plant. So the ability, just the lighter weight, the lighter swing weight, the interlock system is just that positive, good pole swing. It helps you for that turn initiation and just making that turn just that much more quicker. And that's an advantage. A lot of times that's the difference between winning and losing over a competitor. So as far as the flexibility in the pole, I think there's some, the advantage to that for me is, and in photos I've noticed you see the flex in the pole if it's captured right in the weight of the pole plant. It's definitely a little bit of a shock absorption that's built into the pole, and a lot of times you don't really notice it, but it's there, and they're always working for you. And I just, when people, the interlock system, I show people, it takes a little while getting used to it. It's kind of weird if you have to go shake somebody's hand or whatever, but it's like, it's so positive, and the swing of the pole is so excellent. It's like, for me to be in anything else, it's like impossible. I mean, there's nothing better. I remember this one event in Killington. I lost a round. I was just so frustrated, and I skied out of the corral, and this is very unlike me. I skied out of the finish corral and went down. I just was straight running down the bottom, and they had this 4x4 set up with this banner on it, and I just went skiing by, and I was just going to break my ski pole right in half just to let out a little frustration. I'm going by like 20, and I'm swinging my pole at this 4x4, thinking it's just going to shatter, and the thing just went ding, and just like, right through my arm, and the pole was still intact, and I couldn't believe. And then it was like, I started beating on the ground, and the thing wouldn't break, and then I had to do something else. I don't even remember now, but I was like, then I was really frustrated because I couldn't break my